I'm going to present to you a brand new guitar that is traditionally braced by the American luthier Dake Traphagen, which I've now had a couple of guitars. I mean, gosh, I want to say like 4 guitars of his in the past like year. Mostly all traditional, 1 double top. And this one he wrote to me feeling that is a very special guitar. And it is braced like a Simplicio, like a 8 fan bracing inside. There's a group of 6 that are going down the middle and then 2 smaller ones on the outside that make it 8. And I mean, it's a fantastic guitar, and I just got it in 4 or 5 days ago, something like this. Now, you're not going to notice Simplicio elements aesthetically as far as like the rosette or the headstock or any of these things. It's all just about the bracing. And it is a very, very appealing sound. And what I really like is he included the sound port. Of course, this is not something that Simplicio did, but of course he did the double ports up 1929, I believe. Anyways, up at the top, I think there's like 9 of those guitars. Anyhow, this makes it a nice variable to the sound where you can sometimes enjoy it open, sometimes enjoy it closed. I'm going to start with it closed. And let's take a listen to this thing. I have to say, when I first took it out of the case a few days ago, I thought, well, this is a nice guitar. And of course, knowing that it's going to change a lot after it sits there with tension on it for a little while. And then I took it out today for the first time since then. I was just writing to Dake about it. And it has completely changed character. It is now very open sounding. Just listen to this thing. I might have to tune it a few times. By the way, this guitar has all nylon strings on it. I'm used to playing carbon GMB, which I'll likely eventually change. But you know what? This guitar has some qualities of a Simplicio, and I have a Simplicio over here. I'm not going to take it out right now. Too many guitars to talk through today. But still with this sound that I think Dake just absolutely pulls from every guitar he makes. Just this hearty bass sound that I really love. It's got so much chunk to the sound. Now I have to tell you, immediately I have to change these strings because this first string, it came this way too. Very torn up first string. You can hear it. And by the way, lots of people ask, when do you know it's a good time to change strings? Well, when you touch your strings and your finger runs underneath it and it feels like it can cut your fingers, this is a good sign. And usually this comes from players that have been playing the guitar that don't polish their nails, or if they are, or you know what, they have maybe a less refined idea of how nails should be. The strings will often come they'll become very scratched up very quickly. Even if I have a friend over who hasn't polished their nails in a little while, they'll tear up the strings very quickly. But I can still find places to make this first string sing. But isn't this great? Play a little for you. Such an elegant sound to this one. Let me see. By the way, if you hear rattling, it's tree branches hitting the window here. It's very windy out here. Very windy. Let's get a little bit more into this Traphagen guitar. And gosh, I'm already going over the time I expected to spend here, but that's how we do it here. How's everyone doing? Am I being too much of a nerd? How about this? Oh, I need to turn it, sorry. My third string. And second. Wow, I went way too sharp. Oh, how about this? We compare the port open versus closed in a live stream. Now look, no guarantees here. This is not as high quality as, it's impossible for it to be as high quality as when I actually am doing a real recording here. Now I'll remove the port. And sorry, there's some background noise here. That'll go away in a minute. I have to admit, I prefer the sound of this guitar with the port open. It's just so satisfying and deep and warm, and you get a sensation from behind the guitar that's really nice. And while I haven't tested on this guitar, most guitars that have sound ports, I have to say, I typically prefer when I'm on the listening end. In fact, when folks come over, I have students over, they sit over here, and I sit here facing them. And when I hear people play the guitar for me with port open versus closed, I almost always prefer it open. In a hall, this might change, but in a room, it just sounds a little bit more open. And yeah, through the live stream, you're most likely not going to be able to tell much of a difference. It's already hard in person, but it feels good for the player, for sure. Oh, I'm reading some comments here. Yeah, different guitars have to be played differently. Absolutely. You know what? I feel that people that make the slowest opinions on guitars when they try them usually have the more mature opinions rather than the knee-jerk reaction types. But who knows what I'll become when I'm older. I'm going to be a grumpy person that's just like, oh, that guitar sounds like trash, and impose my will on everybody. My ears really like the Traphagen. Nice mellow acoustics. Yeah. Oh, Dietmar. Oh my gosh. Good to see you here. It seems more bright without the sound port. Yeah, if anything, I can feel that. Of course, you know, with the sound port closed, there is a perceivable difference in the main air resonance when I tap the guitar. Although, since it's a rather small port, it's hardly a half step difference. I mean, it's bare. It might be close to a half step. We're not going to be able to hear it through the stream. See, it's just a little bit higher. Maybe y'all can hear this. Crank up your speakers and see if you can hear that while there's no yard work going on for a half second here. Here we go. Ready? This is it with it closed. See, it goes up by nearly a half step. And so when it's closed, you do get a little bit deeper, maybe a darker sound. And perhaps a little bit more focused. And then open. Wow. Well, what an exceptional guitar by Dake Traphagen. For being a guitar that is like 5 days from being tuned up here, well, it's a few weeks. I know this guitar is at least a few weeks old, but I got this just a few days ago. It's its second time coming up to tension, and it is sounding so open. And yeah, if you're looking for a guitar that will grow with you and that is super easy to play and a nice, beautiful traditional sound that's also very loud, to be honest. It's waking up more as I play it, then this could be the one for you. And it's not even on the website yet. If you're interested, I can snap some photos, make a little video for you, and let you know more details. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching that clip. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, check out guitarcollection.com, and I'll see you in the next video.